All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is Complicated Conversations with Shanika, and we're going to have some talk time today. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Make sure you like, share this video. Share it to someone that you may know that may need it. Make sure you like it. If it helps you, like the video. Come on. Make sure you tune in to each video. And if you're not sure of whichever video that I drop, go back because I got some good videos on there. So double back and look at the ones that I've already dropped because those may help you just as well. So we're going to get off into this video. Please forgive me. I know it has been a while since I have released a video. I had to deal with some personal things in my life. And let me tell y'all, whenever you're dealing with something personal, you have to take care of you and your family first. I love you guys, but I still have to maintain me. I have to maintain Shanika in my household and my family. So I had to take care of that first and get that situated. And I'm back. So we're going to discuss not provoking your children. I know parents is not going to like this one, but it's true. It's the truth. So let's get off into it. Now, it is a lot of stress going on these days. Honestly, a lot of stress going on. And these children, believe it or not, they have a lot of stress going on too. Let's just be honest. These kids got school. You don't know if they're being bullied at school. You don't know if, their friends are mistreating them at school. You don't know what's going on. Times are different from when we were younger. It was still bullies back then in our school when we was younger. But the kids nowadays, it seems like they've gotten more treacherous and more mean. So they mistreat kids at school and then they come home. Okay? Now to what I want to say to the parents and what I mean by not provoking your child is the Bible says that you should not provoke your child. You got kids that are killing their parents. These kids are tired and they are fighting back. And what I mean by fighting back, parents, you have got to respect your children also. Now listen to what I'm saying. I'm raised from old school. Let me be clear about that. My mama beat our behind with whatever she found. If it was an ashtray, a broom, a dustpan, her shoe, you was getting it. That's understandable too. I'm not telling you to not discipline your children. I'm never saying that because the state says that you don't supposed to. But me, personally, this is my personal preference. I discipline mine. And mine are grown, but I discipline mine. Because if you don't discipline your children, how else are they supposed to learn? Even putting them in a corner is still disciplining them. It's still disciplining them. So I'm not saying you don't supposed to discipline your children. That's not it. That's not the case. But what I am saying is after these kids have went to school and been bullied and mistreated and spit on and talked about, and now they got to come home. And they come home to the parents calling them out their name, calling them fags and gay this and bitch that and hoe that, and they being mistreated at home too. You cannot mistreat your child. You can't keep mistreating your child and think that this child is not going to react. It's the same thing as if you keep poking that bear. You're going to get a reaction that you ain't going to want. And I'm just going to be very honest. And if you don't get it at that moment, you might get it when they become a teenager, when they become an adult age. But eventually, it's going to seep out because even a child can only take so much. Parents, listen to me. If you are that parent and you are mistreating your child, and sometimes you can mistreat your child and not even know that you're doing it. And that could also mean overlooking them. Not paying attention to them, not being involved with them. That's also mistreatment. Kids need love and they need discipline. Honestly, these children need you guys. Your child needs you. If you board that child, then it's your responsibility. He or she is your responsibility. And I know after they done being all cute and little and all of that, now you got to deal with the real them, the bad part of them, the good part of them. And that's not easy. But mistreating them can cost you. It can cost you. Because even children have issues. Even children get stressed out. Even children have problems. There is a level of respect you still have to have for your children. Seriously. I have children. But there is a level of respect that I have for them. There is. Now, I didn't play that. I wasn't a parent that played that lock your room door and get out my room and all that stuff. No. I wasn't playing that. But I wasn't going to disrespect them. I wasn't going to mistreat them. I wasn't going to belittle them. Because when you belittle your child and you call them names and you call them out their names, you basically speaking into existence as to what they're going to become. So if you ain't calling your child successful and great, then guess what? They're going to become just what you calling them. But nowadays, these kids are fighting back. I hear a lot of kids saying that to me. I'm tired of the way my mama treat me. I'm tired of the way my daddy treat me. I got a lot going on. I'm just so stressed out. These are kids, y'all, saying that they stressed out. These are kids. But they're only stressed out because, number one, they're not getting the love, the attention, the affection, the discipline that they're needing. And number two, y'all parents don't know what's going on up at these schools. Because the kids they don't want to tell that they being bullied and mistreated. You got to talk to them. You have to get it out of them. But also, if you the one that's doing the bullying at home, that's wrong. And you provoking your child into a problem. And what that problem is going to be is Timmy. I told y'all about that Timmy. Every time y'all watch one of these videos, most of the time y'all going to hear about Timmy. Y'all going to get a Timmy. He going to be in that room making that bomb. And before you know it, you going to be in heaven trying to figure out what happened. And Timmy going to be down the street at his friend's house. But he going to blew you up. Because that disrespect hurts. Parents, you don't like it when you're disrespected or when you're mistreated. So why would you disrespect your child? And then you expect for that child to one day not to grow up and disrespect back. They're going to. I hear most of these kids saying, if she gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect her back. Now, back then, parents did some disrespect. Is it right? No, I'm not saying that was right, but they did. But you knew not to disrespect back too. But nowadays, these kids are disrespecting back. They're fighting back. They're killing their parents. Parents, you've got to check yourself. If there's a father that's listening to this and you are being disrespectful to your sons, check yourself. Because you was once his age. Mothers, if you are disrespecting your daughters, check yourself because you were once their age. They are only doing what their age requires them to do. Yes, kids lie, they steal, they do all kind of stuff because they're kids. They're kids. But parents, you are the adult. You are the adult. You can't be disrespecting your child and expect for you to get respect out of them. That's not right. And disrespect can be a number of things. So don't sit up here and watch this video and then say to yourself, well, I'm not doing what she's saying, so I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not provoking my child. Yes, disrespect can be a number of things. It can. You can hurt a child in a many different ways. You really can. Teens, I'm here for you. I'm here for you if you're watching this. Mothers, fathers, y'all have got to be careful the way y'all treat these children. They are our future. They're our future. And I see a lot of parents talking to them like they don't matter in this world. But they do. They matter. You can't keep doing that, parents. You've got to get it together. And you can do it. We all get stressed out. We all get burnt out as parents. We get tired as parents. I've been there. That stress level sometimes go through the roof trying to deal with your child. I've been there. But you have got to stop, take a break, and figure out how to deal with him or her without mistreating them and hurting them and belittling them and disrespecting them and putting them down. They get enough of that at school. They don't need it at home. You don't know what they're going through. That is why some of these kids are taking guns to school, because they're tired. They're tired of being hurt. They're tired of being disrespected. They're tired of being mistreated. They're tired. So don't do it at home. Ask them how their day been. How are you feeling? What's going on with you? Get involved in them. But mistreating them, that can get you seriously hurt. That can cause you a Timmy. And you don't even know it's happening. You won't even know that it's brewing in their head. You don't know if they talking about it with their friends, and their friends are being treated the same way at home. And so now they both planning whatever they gonna do to you. Because all because they're tired of being mistreated. When it's something so simple that can change. Parents, fathers, mothers, get it together. Get it together. If you're not sure, pray. That's my tool. That's my tool. If you are not a believer, I'm not here to make you believe. I'm not. But you don't know what you're missing. You don't know how wonderful God is. And I always tell people, if you have tried everything else, if you tried drugs, if you tried weed, if you tried drinking, if you tried all that stuff and your life still ain't getting better, try God. Try him. Try some Jesus. Try him. Just give him a small shot, and I guarantee you, he'll make your day. But if you're having trouble with your child and you don't quite know what to do, pray. Ask God to help you with them. Ask God to deal with them. Ask God to show you how to deal with them. Because you being disrespectful and mistreating them and dogging them down and calling them names and calling them all out their name, that's not going to work. All you're doing is creating a monster. Because they're going to remember it. Kids don't forget nothing. Tell your child you're going to give them $2 and see won't they come back the very next day and ask you about that same $2. They don't forget nothing. So they ain't going to forget that either. So you've got to be very careful as a parent as to what you're doing and how you're speaking to your babies. Because even though they're teenagers and they're growing up, guess what they are? They're still babies. They're still babies. They may feel like they're getting grown and they might even think that they're halfway there. But honey, they're still babies. And they're still your babies. Fathers, mothers, they're still your babies. And they are still worthy to be loved. So stop provoking your child into anger, because when you're doing those things, that's what you're doing. You're provoking them into anger. Don't do that. You don't like being provoked into anger, so don't do it to them. They do deserve some level of respect because they are here on this earth and they didn't have to be. They didn't ask you to bring them here. Maybe you don't like their baby daddy. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them here. You brought them here. Through God's grace, you brought them here. So they're here. So you cannot disrespect them and mistreat them and dog them down and belittle them and all this craziness and beating on them and molesting them. And I can't believe some of the stuff that I be hearing that's going on. It has to stop. Or you're going to end up raising a Timmy. And you gonna, like I said, you're going to find yourself in heaven trying to figure out how you got that. Why Timmy down the street with his friends because he done ran off and set that bomb off on you. Yes. It is so much of that going on. And these kids are tired and they are fighting back. They're ready to go for some. So let's get it in check, y'all. I'm hoping that somebody is watching this video that is going through what I'm talking about. That can look at themselves and say, you know what? I've been that parent. I'm doing that to my child. Let me stop. I know, like I said, mothers and fathers, we go through a lot trying to maintain just everyday life, working, cleaning up, cooking for them, making sure they have clothes, paying bills, keeping the car together, paying the car note, dealing with the people at the job. I get it. But they don't get it. Kids don't get it because they're kids. They're not supposed to get it. They're not supposed to understand. They won't understand what you're going through until they are there at that age. You cannot expect for a 12, 13, 14-year-old child to understand what you're going through as a parent because they're not that age. So you dogging them down and calling them all out their name and mistreating them because you're frustrated and hot and bothered and irritated. That's not going to work. Understand? Don't provoke your child into doing something that they wouldn't have never, ever thought about doing. Don't do that. You guys, it's enough going on out here with the government, with the war that's going on in Ukraine, with the money situation, with the food shortage. It is enough going on out here than to add that to the equation. Okay? And if you got a child that you have done that to and you've been doing that, fix it. Fix it. Because how would you like it if, you know, y'all hear some of these school shootings, but how would you like it if one day it's your child's school that's being shot up and your baby is in that classroom that has been shot up? Then what? Oh, my child. Oh, my baby. I love my baby. Oh, I can't believe they done this to my baby. But you was just at home calling them all kind of bitches and hoes and punk ass this. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You be the same ones that'll be standing out there hooping and hollering and screaming. And then as soon as they get home, you disrespecting them the moment they get in the door. So they not only dealing with it from school, but they dealing with it from home. And then you tell them not to say nothing, not to tell your business. So they got to hold that inside of them. They got to hold on to how you talking to them and mistreating them at home. And then they got to hold on to what's going on at school because they don't want to be labeled as no snitch. So they holding all of this anger, all of this hurt. What they going to do with it? Parents, what are they going to do with it? You know what they're going to do? They're going to become a Timmy. Yeah. They're going to find them a pistol somewhere. And y'all know the rest. Or go on the internet and figure out how to make a bomb like Timmy do. And y'all know the rest. So don't do it. Treat your child with some love and respect. That's all I'm saying. Would you want to be treated that way? No. So don't treat your kids like that. Don't provoke them into anger. Don't hurt them in that way. That's still a level of abuse. That's mental abuse. When you calling your kids those names, that's mental abuse, whether you want to look at it or not. And I don't care if your mother did it, and I don't care if your father did it, and I don't care if that was how you was raised. That's not how you have to raise your kids. So don't give me that either. That's just an easier cop out for an excuse as to why you're doing it. Just stop. Love them. Look at them. Just watch them sleep one day. And look at how beautiful they are. Don't think of how worrisome they are, how they didn't got on your nerve, how bad they is. Just one day go in their room and just stand there and watch them sleep. And you will see the beauty in them. Fathers, do the same. If you was raised like that and you knew it hurt you, don't do it to your kids. Don't. Y'all feel what I'm saying? We got to quit provoking these kids into anger because they fighting back and they ain't playing. Kids are not even really being kids anymore. They ain't outside jumping rope and playing hopscotch and making mud pies like we used to do back in the day. No. Because they're so busy trying to protect themselves. And they shouldn't have to. That's your job as the parent. That's your job as the parent. That's your job as the parent. But if they're having to protect themselves against you, then what are you doing? So y'all, come on, let's get it together. Stop provoking these kids into anger and give them some love and attention. Some attention. Take them out somewhere. Take them to the playground. Go walking with them. Get inside their head. Because they love you just as much. That's all I'm saying, you guys. I had to speak on that. Yes. I saw a parent in Walmart, Mart, just going in on her kid. This kid had to be no more than maybe 10 or 11 years old. I mean, you stupid AB. I told you XYZ, get your A up in the front. Get up here right now. She grabbing him by his neck, choking on him. And I mean, I was shocked. And the little boy was only looking at a bag of candy in one of the aisles, in the candy aisle. You know, every kid loved the candy aisle in Wally Mart. She went clean in on him. And Lord knows that I wanted to slap the behemoths out of her. But it wasn't my place. But I did pray on her. Because it was wrong. It was wrong. So, parents, let's do better. Let's do better. We can do better. Because we're trying to be better. So let's do better by our kids in the process of trying to be better. Y'all feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Okay? Or don't be mad when you end up in heaven and don't know how you got there. And then you're looking down at Timmy, counting the insurance money, trying to see what dirt bike he finna buy. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I'm not trying to put the parents out there to say you're supposed to let your kids be disrespectful and, to talk bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if your child is not that type of child, you making them that type of child by being the way you are to them. You're going to make them that type of child. And that's what I mean, provoking them into anger. So, come on. Let's walk this walk together and do what's right. Okay? See, I wasn't even that long. It didn't even take that long. Y'all thought it was finna be longer than I told y'all. I'm so glad to see y'all. I missed all of y'all. Love y'all. I love y'all. I missed y'all. But a sister is back. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to this video. Make sure you leave me a comment as to what you think about what I said. Y'all, we could talk about it, okay? If you feel different, put it in the comments. We could talk about it. If you agree with me, leave it in the comments. Let's talk about it. That's all I'm saying. Let a sister know how she's doing. If you want me to talk about an issue, DM me or leave it in the comments as to what issue you want me to discuss. And baby, we can discuss that too. Okay? All right, so what do we always say on this channel? I hope y'all ain't forgot. Be bold, be you, and make sure you be beautiful. Okay? God bless.